Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Netflix original film, The Babysitter, starring Samara Weaving, Bella Thorne, Emily Allen Lind, Judah Lewis, Robbie Amell, King Batch, and Hannah May Lee. A brilliant cast that brings this film together in such a good way. There's obviously other supporting cast, but they are the main focus. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and make sure you watched it. Make sure you watch this and the sequel, The Killer Queen, featuring General Ortega and more. This obviously is the introduction of how and why they do what they do in both films. So, and it's a unique spin on a horror series. There's two films, and the third one in the works apparently since 2020, but obviously COVID's complicated things. But hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and spoilers ahead. So, overall, this film is about the babysitter, being good friends with Cole, being Cole, very good friends. They get each other. He's bullied. She understands him on a personal level and all his nerdiness. He plans to stay up after speaking to his friend Melanie, who he has a crush on, and he comes across a cult process. This nerd has been invited along with all B's friends in Bella Thorne, King Batch, Robbie, and the rest of them as he gets stabbed in the head, getting blood, and then needing a blood of innocence to mix and get any wish they want from this book. So it's all about cults, and ultimately goes sideways when he awakens, and then basically hell breaks loose with multiple deaths and a story that is just brilliant. I think The Babysitter is a very, very good film. You have Bella Thorne being her typical hot cheerleader who, gets shot in the boob, and then, it's like she dramatizes it for the whole film. You have Robbie Amell, who's like the big muscular guy with abs, and he's running around with a shirt off, and then, Cole's like, why the hell is that happening? Why is blood on King Batch's shirt? And then ultimately he's killed in such a gruesome way when he falls off the banister. So many good deaths, from Bella Thorne having a head chopped off, Robbie Amell being strangled and having his neck snapped, to King Batch falling down the stairs, snapping his neck, and then getting a glass bottle through his throat. Sonia, Hannah May Lee's character, being blown up by fireworks in the spider and rat den, and ultimately Samara Weaving's character B being ran over by a car, which Cole crashes through the house. Some incredible deaths, some incredible story. The connection between Cole and Melanie was brilliant. They finally kissed, and obviously leads into what could be in the future of that between them two. I think the villains were good. They weren't villainous in the sense of they were just completely mental. They knew what they were doing. But they all had different reasons for being there and purposes and wants. John King Batch's character, he was a bit like confused of what was going on. Bella Thorne's character was like, I'm just came for the sake of it. Max wanted to kill everyone and anything. B wanted to had that wish, and then she had a good relationship with Cole, but obviously it goes sideways. And it does ultimately, from the gore, the violence, the comedy, the actual premise itself, the casting, and the relationship between the characters in this is so, so good. I think The Babysitter is one of the best Netflix films I've seen because of its originality and the different concepts and the twists you do not see coming. From jump scares and horrifying deaths to blood and gore to a ending that is satisfying because he is the only one alive. The rest of them are killed. How do you question if he was the one behind it? Is he crazy? Is he psychotic? Is he the one who, started it? How do you explain blowing someone up or running someone over a car inside the house, or someone hanging, or someone being thrown off a banister? So many questions, so many answers that, he can't deal with, but ultimately he has an alibi, and that is himself. He has to deal with whatever comes his way, and ultimately I think it's done in such a good way. Judah Lewis, not an actor I've known before this, but he did a solid job. And as I said, his relationship with B all the way through the film is so unique, because even though she took a bloody, she attempted to drug him and shoot him and tie him up and stab him and all this sort of stuff, they still have a solid relationship. And by the end of it, once she's ran over and trapped into the car, they still have a solid relationship that goes above and beyond everything that happened in the film. As I said, some funny moments, some gory moments, but it's a brilliant, brilliant film that everyone should go check out. And every single person involved was a highlight. They all had their own funny aspects or good aspects, or they brought something fresh and unique to the story. So go check it out. Go check out the sequel. I'll be reviewing that soon. And of course, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know what you think of The Babysitter down below. Goodbye.